Game on. We back for the third time now. Because this recording keeps stopping and I don't know why. It's very annoying. We're going to move on. We got T-minus 4.5 hours till kickoff of NST Bike that happened 3 weeks ago. We have results. We'll go over them now. Again, for the third time. Why is it doing that? Why is it stopping? I don't know. It's very frustrating. There's no way it's memory based. I deleted all that shit. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. Now we're going to go through the list of riders that won and their placement. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. I don't know why it happened. Well, NST we're going to do before. I'll mention it a little bit afterwards just because, see it in person, see how the event went, but it'll definitely be more of a review as opposed to the rider. It'll be interesting to see how the riders stack up. My two fucking dark horses don't appear. We'll get to it. Check it out. Simon Godziak, first. Carson Storch, second. Louis Ribol, third. Fourth, Finley Kirshenman. Fifth, Reed Boggs. Sixth, Johnny Solito. Seventh, Nikolai Ragakin. Eighth, Curtis Downs. Ninth, Adolf Silva. 10th, Talis Turk and Paul Couder. And 11th with a 0. So I hope he's okay. I wonder if he didn't drop. Maybe crashed. Usually if you crash, you get some points. So I'm wondering if he just didn't drop. T's and P's. T's and P's to my fucking dark horses. My YT dark horses. Dylan Stark. And I don't see him on this list. And he got hurt. And then I also don't see my fucking guy. My aerial acrobatist. Bienve. Where's my dog? So I'm wondering if he got hurt too. Maybe a little bit of a crash. They had a fucking chopper. Airlift. What's his face? Dylan Stark. I think he's okay, but I think he just hit his head pretty hard. Glad they don't take chances. Rather be over precautious than under when it comes to violent crashes. Yeah. Pretty what do I want to talk about? Seeing as I've already talked about it fucking twice now. It's like not exactly rolling off the tongue. Now I feel like I'm faking it. It doesn't feel real. Hey, I made it through Adolf Silva's name without joking. The third time through, I finally was able to get it. See, dude, that's growth. That's growth. Now, when I have a second to think about it, I'm gonna go, huh, that's a weird name. And then make a bunch of jokes in my head that aren't appropriate out loud. But that's just how life works. Boy, oh boy, did I have I gone down a fucking that's how life works rabbit hole on YouTube recently. I've been a little too on fucking line. I think that's why I'm talking about the NST bike right now, because if I don't talk about that, then I'm going to talk about I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I'm going to talk about a whole nother topic that is just scary and dumb. For the smart people that are talking about it, when you listen, I will play clips. I will play 3-minute long clips that I had to pause some of these podcasts that I'm watching, I'm like, I can only watch them in like 15 to like maybe 35-minute segments. And even then that's on the upper echelon. So probably more like 20 to 20, like 20 to 25 minute segments, because they're absolutely nutty. That's for later on. Guess what? For right now, bikes. The track is pretty technical. I just got my brain just stalled out because I was thinking about the fucking neoliberalism, anarcho-capitalism, modernist, neo-modernist bullshit. It's like philosophy shit, like rabbit hole that I've gotten sucked down. And it's just terrifying. Is really what it is. It's just these like New York East Coast liberal elites. And listen, that was a mouthful right there. That was a mouthful. But I think that's his fucking garbly-gooked. Oh, can't say that. You know what I mean. That's as much marbles in my mouth words. That's as many $10 words as you'll get from me. Anyways, back to Natural Selection Tour. Oh my god. For the women in first place, we have Cami Nogueira. Second, Hannah Bergman. Third, Kristen Van Horn. Fourth, Janelle Sokop. Best trick, Adolf Silva Superman. Best style, Finley Kirschenman. Spirit Award, Janelle Sukop. And Carson Storch. I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these like weird sounding names right. Damn, my YT dogs didn't make it. Fuck. Just because they were probably throwing hammers. I know Dylan Stark was throwing hammers in practice. Bienve probably was too, so what of it? Young talent. It's not a coincidence that those two were my dark horses, okay? YT knows what's up. I feel like they get, I don't know, maybe not dark. I mean, kind of. Jack Moore is a EWS world champion, and I would consider him a dark horse. You know, yeah. For EWS, he can clearly do it. It's just like, does he want to put in the fitness? He's got the bike handling skills, it seems like. So, young talent, shout out. Third and fourth place, something interesting. It'll be pretty cool to see their runs, especially since Finley got best style. I guarantee I'll like his the best. But the third and fourth place, Lewis, Rabol, and Finley were last chance qualifiers at Dream Track. They qualified through this. They held like a little competition, and the winners, I think first. I don't know if it was the winners, but because they didn't fucking live stream it, you pricks. But they both got invited from that, and honestly, when you watch Finley, there's a clip of Finley doing like, oh man, I definitely saw other tricks from him, but the one that stands out was like a corked 720 backflip 360, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and it was so dialed on a dual crown on a big bike. So, that's pretty sick. I think that what that tells me is this was a very even field. I think they invited the right riders, is what I'm saying. And I think it would have been even more stacked if Paul Couder had ended up with a score, if, Dylan Stark had ended up with a score, if Bienve had ended up with a score. So, but, they didn't make it to that day, so it is what it is. Right into the mic, my B. What else? The technicality of this course, the risk factor, right? Like the trails that you ride are like if it's next to a cliff, it's it's not going to be a green trail, no matter how wide it is. You know what I mean? If it's just on a ledge, it's not going to be a green trail. There's going to be a risk factor. The side of this mountain does not look very flat. the steepness of the hill looks like if you really crashed, if you really over rotated 360 like Dylan Stark did towards, I think, the bottom, which was, he did that on a big jump. So, you pick and choose your battles. Do you want to do it on a big jump or in a sketchy landing zone? And the big jump, I think, is less scary. I don't know. Not I think. Based on where, it'll be interesting to see where these guys are doing their tricks and how. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Dylan Stark specifically was very comfortable doing a big 360 because he did it at Swatch 9s for the bike thing. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know about anyone else, but that'll be something that's interesting to watch. Is like, where are these guys doing their tricks? What jumps? What seem to be the hardest jumps? We'll get into that in a sec. Back to the just overall geography of the area. Not even getting into the trail building itself. Stellar, by the way. Pretty sure. I don't know who did it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Flux Trail crew, which is Red Bull athlete Remy Morton, might be his name. Loves the 26-inch wheels. Can't get enough of weird fucking bikes. And the Matt Begg, Steez Lord, Core Lord, Matt Begg. God damn, dude, the dumped out threes he has. Love his riding. Could watch it all day. No comments on the video that they made. I think his name was like Hunter Paul. Was the videographer's name? I don't remember what their video was. Moving on. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. What a dumb fucking rule. Don't be mean to me. I can't handle criticism. I'm a pussy. You fucking baby. Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? Third and fourth place, last chance qualifiers. Interesting. Geography. Guess what? It's pretty fucking steep. If you fall, like, I don't think the hill isn't flat enough to where you will stop rolling depending on like the speed you're gonna go. You know what like, you might keep fucking falling. So be wary of where you're doing tricks. It's, there's a risk factor up there. Other geography things. Wind. Huge. Like, wind is a big factor. I will see how much it comes into play during the broadcast, so maybe not at all, but who knows? I can't imagine it's not going to come into play. It's a barren hill in New Zealand next to a body of water. There's gonna be wind. like a large body of water. It's not, I guess, enough to where there will be some, I think, climate effects. And I think there is wind there. So, anything else? I mean, the ground's not exactly soft. It is. I think there are worse areas to crash. Honestly, I don't know if Rampage is better or worse. Maybe more cliffs, but softer dirt. This looks rocky, hard. It looks rough, dude. Tom Eistedt, what did he do? He cased a landing, like a step down landing, I think bounced over the bars, and he was donezo. Another dude, Dark, I don't know if you would have been a Dark Horse. Really bummed to see him not. I forgot about him. Fuck. Yeah, that was rough. I watched like his YouTube video of it, and it was bummer, dude. Tom Eistedt is fun to fucking watch. I'm trying to think of anyone else that's like been injured or like can't ride at this thing. But anyways, Wind might be a factor, might not. But yeah, it's just a scary. It's up on this hill, dude. Steep, open, exposed hill. So, beyond the, I mean, I guess unless you just like, unless you just, they should have put some. They should have put some boulders. See, I like the PNW because although it is steep, your fall gets broken by the trees. they help slow you down as you smash into those. Whatever. It's still better than the Southwest, dude. Just fucking rocks. Just absolutely, just all like granite. I don't know if it's granite, but something fucking hard and not smooth either. Just the grippiest fucking rock out there, and some sand, but not usually. It's not fun riding through sand. I also haven't been watching this recording. All right, it's still going. Thank God. I don't know why the fuck it was stopping. Maybe it was my memory. I don't know. Even in the trash, like I emptied the trash and now it hasn't stopped yet, but knock on fucking wood. Um but even in the trash, it was like maybe 50 gigs of stuff, and this is like I think this is 250 gigs of memory. I don't know, whatever. I don't fucking know. What else? What else? Oh, the trail itself. Let's get into the trail itself. The landings, the takeoffs look steep. The gaps look big. The landings look blind. Little oxymoron for you there. And steep as well. The track itself looks very technical. It's been described as very technical, and it looks technical. It just looks. You can see like there's lines going all over the place. The way there's a specific line that I'm thinking of that I just saw in a Dylan Stark video where it's this jump it's towards, I think it's right before the bottom section, and it's this left hand hip, and the way, but it's like you're hipping onto this landing, so you're almost going not perpendicular, but like maybe 45 degrees off the direction that you want to go down the hill, and it's not that wide, so you have to basically land in a turn on a flat surface. Like I think there's a good amount of grip in this dirt that they have. So, Dylan Stark was landing it, Curtis Downs was landing. The pros are landing it, but I don't know. I don't know if the average mountain biker is going to see that and realize. I don't know. That looks fuck. I could be completely wrong, but it looks so technical, that landing. Like when Dylan Stark landed it, the bike was like leaned over, pointing in the right direction. Like it looked like he was cornering for a race. And if you don't make the corner, you're going off into nothing, and then your body's just fucking ragdolling down a hill. Maybe some boulders will break your fall, just like the trees up here, but it's not comfy. It's fine. You won't make it into town because the rocks will stop your fall. Oh, scary shit, dude. I'm so intrigued to see this event. It's funny. I was looking at the Pink Bike comments, and it's like, a lot of like, 3 weeks later, this is bullshit. I will remember. Here's one. I will remember this event all my life. Said no one ever. I don't know. I think I might have signed out. So what else? What else we got? Trails technical, looks technical. I think did I mention? Yeah, I think I did. Who was built by the Flux Trail crew? Yeah. I don't know if like who's man, they just build such fucking good trails, dude. Steep jumps, big jumps, big air, big points. Anyways, just fucking rambling now. Is that... Oh, I think I wanted to mention... What's his face? Curtis Downs. I'm not a fan of... watching just videos in general of this guy every time he appears in a video. And so who knows if it's like a face that he's putting on? I don't know, but I love his fucking vibe. I can't stand. I'm not into the moto tricks, so because of that, I'm like not big on like watching him. But fuck, I love this guy's personality. He just I don't feel bad saying that I'm not like the biggest fan of like his tricks, because one, he sends big shit, so anytime he's just doing big airs, I'm fucking in. And I can do your, what's the one where you put the feet on the handlebars and extend out? Go for it. That's what I mean. Like I'm not the biggest fan. Like I'd prefer him to do a 360, but that's not who he is, so fuck it. Whatever he's got to do to be him on the field. That's what I like. Curtis Downs, I like seeing him. I'm saying it now out loud because at some point I'll be like, oh man, I wish you would do other tricks. Just know that I've already mentioned this. He's awesome. I want to see him at more events. All right. Oh shit, even more NST stuff. Dude, is this just an NST? This therapy session sponsored by NST, Natural Selection Tour, where our product is better and we know it. That's what this is. It's going to be just going to end up being like therapy sessions that are like sponsored. Your therapist is going to like stop you. Like, holy shit, I think that's why I don't understand and can't feel what true love is. Oh my God, thank you, doctor. And yeah, that's a great breakthrough. I'm going to do an ad read real quick. Nectar mattresses or whatever the fuck it is. What's it? Factor meals. When you're too depressed to make your own food, buy Factor meals. We've made it for you with the love from your mom that your mom never gave you. Hey, we might have something there. That could be good. That might be a bit. I might have to write that down. Fuck. That is pretty good. Just sponsored therapy sessions. Jesus Christ, where was I? Guys, listen, I don't want therapy sessions to have ad reads in them. But we got to figure out how to pay for mental health. We got to figure out how to pay for healthcare, because all these fucking robber barons, Mr. Bezos, Mr. Rockefeller, Mr. New Age Rockefeller, doesn't want to let me go to a doctor. The fuck, dude? I'm trying to put my body on the line to build big, magnificent, potentially shrines to your greatness. Listen, dude, I just want to work. I just want to go to work for 8 hours a day, not think about anything else, and just fucking come home at the end of the day and be able to just go, man, you know what I like to do right now? Ride my bike. Oh boy, you know what I'd like to do right now? Man, I really like to go up to the tow rope and ride my snowboard. And this weekend, I think I might go to the beach and go surfing. Well, how long you think you're gonna do that? I don't know. Maybe I'll stay overnight. Maybe I'll camp out there. Please, Mr. Bezos. Please. I just want to be able to live. Do you want a statue? I'll build a statue. I'll put in some fucking rods. I would kind of like to have some workplace safety. Maybe. Possibly. No? Okay. Fine. Maybe not. I'll give it a shot. Oh, I lost a finger? That's not too bad. Oh no, now I'm falling 300 feet out of the sky. I was busting rods up on some fucking tower. Because Lady Liberty's getting broken down, and we're putting we're putting a statue up of Mr. Zuckerberg. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking answer is, guys. Should these people have so much money? I don't know. But they have it. Should we kill them and take their money? No. We really shouldn't be killing anyone. No one should be dying. So how do you get the money? I will build a shrine. What do you want to be? I mean, you're basically a god. You want to be worshipped? I'm in. I am a lemming. I'm down. Just let me ride my bike. Have all of the power that you want. Be above the law. Let's reinstitute prima nocta. I'm not getting married. I just want to go snowboarding. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is what happens when you get off your fucking when you get off your meds. My meds is this therapy session, and I have not been sticking to the schedule. And this is what happens. I come back losing it. Trying to figure out all the world's fucking answers. I just don't want to be... I've learned new terms, guys. I've learned I don't want to be irony poisoned. I think I might be getting there. Fuck. Anyway, NST duels. They were pretty good. No, I'm serious. I am going back to the NST duels. I don't know. Maybe I'll save them for the next episode. Just fucking check out here, because what I'm about to dive into is my fucking rabbit holes. I'm trying to figure out how to fix the fucking world, guys. That's what this therapy is about. We're going to talk through it, okay? By the way, you're not even supposed to be listening to this. So, GTFO. Tits or GTFO? Guys, dong or GTFO. It has to be equal. So maybe just balls? Just balls. Balls or GTFO? Sack? Sack or nut? You can't be here. See what I did there? Where was I? NST duels. No, I'm moving on. We're gonna go over. There's Swatch 9s. We got to go over that. There's a PNW, what seems like Fest Series event somewhere in Washington. I think I'm going to go over that next. Got to give a little bit of Red Bull heavy metal. We'll go over that. I don't know. I'm trying to calm down, dude. I got lost in the fucking bit there. I just feel like being silly. I just feel like being fucking goofy right now. Oh, I just start thinking about what the fuck is going on in the world, and it's just like, I don't want to think about that. Unless I protect myself through comedy and laughter, like an artiste. Whatever. Whack. Uh, I do like I do really like these Red Bull heavy metal events too. The Minnesota one, I wonder if it's up yet on Red Bull TV. I gotta check that. Bringing it, dude. That's X Games like street style. Like I don't know, maybe the I don't know. You can't just steal the event, so it is tough. Like keep doing X Games, keep doing street style. Just keep trying to refine it. Basically, try to try to just build what Red Bull Heavy Metal has done. Just redo. Actually, yeah. Don't try to copy them from the sense of like finding new spots and actually not copying them. Just realizing that that's cool shit to do, and actually copy them and just take the Minneapolis state capitol and and rebuild it, and then the Boston one and just rebuild that brick by brick for brick, identical, and then just be like, what? I don't. We made a street style. It's always been this is X Games street style. What are you talking about? That would be pretty good. But either way, X Games street style, fucking get it together. They're figuring it out. They're trying different things. There was one that was just a slopestyle course. Then they didn't do that. That was good. That was a good fix. They're listening. That's good stuff. And you know why? I don't know why. But at least they're doing different shit. So that's fun. Um The Minnesota Red Bull Heavy Metal was pretty nuts, dude. It was icy, juicy Joker. My fucking guy broke. He broke his. I broke my back. No, my back is broken. um, fuck, that sucks. It does suck. I think he's up and moving now. I think he's walking around. Dude, it was rocks. It looked so hard, and he just went straight to his back. Oh, it looked. I was like not expecting it to be that. It happened. I don't know if it happened like midway through his video or I don't know. Whatever it was, I just wasn't expecting that to happen. But he was so just he went up, like popped up off of like something that was already pretty high off the ground, and the landing was so flat. There was basically I don't know. It did not look like there was much of a transition for that landing. And then it was just basically ice, just cement, just rock. Oh my god, just talking about it makes me cringe. I don't even know if I can keep talking about it. Anyways, he was just falling out of the sky. Gross. Um. So yeah. So yeah. Red Bull Heavy Metal was pretty sick. Both of them. Boston. I like that they get like local kids. They're doing Red Bull's really diving. You can see it in their Crankworx. Crankworx Cairns is a big stop so they can get the riders. I don't know if this is why they're doing it, but I get the feeling that this is what's going on. I like so it's like a platinum level event, so they get the riders, the big riders that draw the online crowd and everyone else, and then the locals get their they like some invited riders, mainly of like the locals. I don't know what the exact. Oh, man, I got to do that breakdown. How much is local? How much is like invited riders, like pro, like name brand riders. So yeah, it's good to see It's good to see Red Bull trying to build more community style events, more like in person, getting people to go somewhere events. It seems like I think there were like 20,000 people in Boston watching this thing. The crowd was Minnesota. It was much more open. So I'd like to know how many people were there for that too, and especially under the lights, you can't really tell. It just looks like it's packed as well. It's quite the maybe that's what it is. Minnesota is very like almost like regal. because it's like at the state capitol. It's such a cool vibe, dude. They all have their own little fucking flair. Boston's this cramped. It's exactly what Boston is. It's this cramped, overcrowded, on top of each other, packed in the streets, going every which way. Just like blood in veins, like of like people. Oh, Jesus Christ! I got really artistic there. Blood in the veins of like keeping the community alive. I fucking hate myself, dude. Oh, it's that irony poison thing I was talking about. I don't know. Maybe that was in one of the two previously recorded moments that I've had. That just stopped recording randomly. I don't know why that happened, but it does make me feel disingenuous, and I don't like that. God damn it. Red Bull Heavy Metal is a sick event. I don't know if they have plans. I would hope they had plans to do more. Yeah, the features were really cool. Boston's features, I think, I don't know. I think overall, yeah, they're just different, and that's what makes it awesome. I don't want just Minnesota's. I don't want just Boston's. I want both of them, and I want one in Denver. I want one in Salt Lake. I want one in. Actually, no, I don't want them there. I don't want them there. I want them on the East Coast. I want them in maybe Canadian towns or cities. Oh, Montreal. Can you imagine? That would be sick. Talk about fucking regal. There's some old school Quebecois or like fucking French Canadian or whatever the fuck. Some royalty up there. That'd be sick. Red Bull Heavy Metal, pretty dope. Pretty sick, dude. What else? Oh, NST Duels. I did watch NST Duels. BMO the Barrel Seeker. Blake Muller. I actually don't even know B Muller. I don't know his name. But he is incredible. I know him because of that little. Oh, I didn't mean for that to sound like that. But he is smaller in stature, but he has every attribute that I would want, like, as a person. He's just acrobatic as fuck. So, it was me. My bad. What's his name? Miles Fallon. He is buddies with him on Instagram, and I know his Instagram handle, BMO the Barrel Seeker, and he's incredible, dude. I don't know why, but he just like hasn't really. He was doing some like cool stuff in the backcountry that was like, whoa, but I guess I'm just not that big of a backcountry rider until it's like really, I guess, not overly processed, but just like really well put together. Like it's a more, not film-like, but I need that live action type thing, which I guess Instagram truly is live action, but I like there to be a community, live action in the sense of like we're enjoying it together, which is interesting because I don't like plays. Can't stand the theater. The theater. What has happened to the theater? But I prefer movies, but honestly, I just can't even stand movies now. Oh, okay, that's what this is. It's not a comparison. That's the next step in this progression is that I am clamoring for community as a homeless, perpetually online solo individual. What else? What else we got? I didn't even say anything about the duels, but I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of the duels. They're okay. Um, if they went away with them, if they like didn't do them anymore, I wouldn't be super bummed. So yeah, that's my there's my opinion. Um, what else? What else? What else? that PN. I think there's going to be a Fest series uh, event in Washington. I am. I cannot tell you how excited I am for that. If that's actually going to happen, I really think it might happen. I don't know if it'll be open to the public, but I'm seeing it on Instagram. I'm seeing like building things, and I think it's called Woolly Fest. Woolly Fest, WOOLEY might be two L's. Let's see. I'm double checking because this is fucking important, guys. This is real fucking important. Where is this goddamn thing? All right, I don't. Thought it was right there. Woolly. Yeah, two L's. WOOLLEY Fest 2025. Coming soon, August. Washington, USA. Dude, up in Belly, maybe? Up in Bellingham? Whatcom County? Who knows? I'm very, very excited for that. PNW. Yeah, I wish there was more. I wish there were more events out here, dude. We have such big jumps. We love big jumps out here. I don't know about the East Coast. Does the East Coast even like big air? Do they have a whip-off competition at Killington, and that's the only time I see big air from out there? Step up your fucking game. I remember being a kid and driving out, like, once I got my driver's license. I think I got it like I got it in like high school, but I didn't have a car. And I think I like finally had a job. Like I was, oh, that's what it was. I was lifeguarding. I wasn't like just saving up money for college. And I was like, man, what was it? I just really got, was it back into biking? Oh, yeah, it was. I got like fat over the over the summer. Because I didn't want to swim. Because I didn't want to. Swimming just. I was like, I don't know, maybe burn out. Yeah, those practices were so rough, dude. But I needed the physical exercise. I needed the camaraderie, the team. But the whatever the case, I got back into like dirt jumping pretty heavy, like one summer. And I found these like dirt jumps and was like, whoa, these are fucking crazy. I'd love to go back and see what they actually look like. But I remember being like, oh my God, these are so big. And then there were some that were like, holy shit, that's insane that someone does this. It's like, I want to say it was 20 feet. I remember in my head asking the guy, and for some, I remember, I don't know. I don't remember much. I remember the person that built the jumps. I remember having a conversation. I feel like I asked him like, how big is this? Like, this is crazy. And I think I feel like he may have said 20 feet or he may have said 40 feet. 40 feet, yeah, it was like big if it was 40 feet, but I really feel like he said it was 20. And I was like, holy shit, that's so fucking big. Either way, it was like I would love to go back and try and find these jumps and like see if I could ride them now. But where the fuck did I go with that? Yeah, having big jumps in the PNW, we gotta get some events going out here. Utilize the big jumps that we do have, the sick trails that we do have. I think there's going to be more downhill oriented trails opening soon. Well, that one out in whatever. I'm getting off fucking track. Anyways, I'm just rambling because I don't want to talk about because I don't want to talk about this fucking rabbit hole I went down. Oh, I know what I'll talk about. Dude. Yeah, dude. I watched this like Instagram video. It's like have you seen this? Have you heard about this? It was Sports Center. Sports Center like shared a major media outlet, major mainstream media outlet posted a fucking video of this like kid just sobbing. And his dad being like, "You better go run. You better not be crying when you get back here." It's like, dude, what the fuck? What is going on? Also, that was a southern accent. That wasn't black. The and the kid just like goes and like runs, and then it's like he's like, I should just fucking play it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it though. And then he like asks the kid, he's like, and they're on a baseball field. I'm not doing this justice at all. I got in my head about doing the southern voice. I'm trying to find it now. So I'll just try and explain it. This will be good. For me, not for you. It'll suck for you. You're not supposed to be listening to this anyway, so fuck off. So it's his dad and maybe like a 5 or 6 year old, and then maybe like a 7 or 8 year old, and we'll say he's 8 years old, might be even younger, a 7 year old. The 7 year old is bawling his eyes out, and the dad's like don't be crying, like you gotta run, no, go, you gotta run around the field, you better not be, and he's like far away, he's like, you better not be crying when you get back here. And then the kid gets back, he's like doing a good job trying to suck up his tears, and the dad goes, what? And it's like, I don't know, it was like this, I don't know if this was I don't think this was a question, it was something more like, what do you do in this situation? It's like, what are we working on today, or something like that. But that doesn't make sense because like the kid's like probably thinking, I don't know, whatever. But it was something like, what are we working on today? And the kid's like, ground balls, and he's like, nope, run, get going. The kid's like, whoa, he just starts crying, and it's like, okay, gets back, and and the dad tells him what, and two, and and is like ground balls. We'll just say like it's pop flies and pop flies, ground balls and pop flies, or something like maybe what to do in that scenario. And kid comes back, and I think he asks the kid again, and then the kid gets it right, and then the dad goes, like, I made you run because you gotta be aware. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be present. If you're not present, if you don't know what you're doing in this, see, I'm explaining it too well. If you're not present in this moment, then you don't know like what you're doing. You gotta pay attention if you want to be good at this. I should just play it because it was like, dude, why are we like, that's not good. That is not good communication. I don't know. It wouldn't be good for me. It wouldn't be good for me. It'd be fucked up for me. It really fucking bothered me, but I did do the amount of people that were like, oh, that's parenting, that's being a dad. I wish that what an amazing dad. It's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about, dude? Oh my, oh shit, I don't want to. Oh, I like, I think I removed it from my fucking feed, but I don't know. I think it's just like, whatever. It was just, like, why are we taking the love out of the game, dude? It's a game. Like, I would, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't fucking know. I'm just thinking about me, like, what would I do? I don't know, like, dude, he's 7, I don't know, 7 years old. Like, maybe you've been doing this for a while. I don't know, like, every time, like, they're kids, so they probably have chores to do. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. But if they have chores, then it's like, start hinting at the fact that, like, man, chores, I know, we all got to do our chores, guys. Like, everyone's doing their chores. And then be like, well, I don't know, try to like drop hints that you could like chores are like work, and that's something that like like it's so multi-leveled. Like it's like you have to like instill different like you have to instill different levels of, I don't know if it's like belief or ideologies maybe. Like you have to if you're preparing someone for the fucking world, like, hey, guess what, you have to work. Like, we got to pay for this healthcare somehow. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just sit on our fucking asses and not do anything. So you got to prepare this kid for like going into the real world. Like, oh man, yeah, mommy and daddy have to go to work every day. Like, that's your chores. Like, oh man, it's gonna be, and you don't want to like freak them out either. But it's like, yep, mommy and daddy have to go to work every day for this amount. Have to do this so that we have these things, and to help out, to help like our community. Like, we all have to do chores. It does suck. I know it's not fun. I remember when I had to do chores too, and now I'm doing my job, and maybe then explain like how much, I don't know. No, don't make it about yourself. Don't explain how worse your job is. Don't put that fucking burden on them. But over and over again, just because it's gonna take, it's so many times. Kids are so dumb. Like, yeah, chores suck. Oh man, like you have to kind of equate it. It's not like, that's the thing. You can't just be like, yeah, well, my shit is worse. But you also can't be like it's not that bad, or I guess that's the same idea, but either way, you have to like split it down the middle. You have to be like equals. Like you have to try to like, I don't know, compare things for them. I don't know. I that's okay. That's me. I learn solely based on like examples and comparisons. So this is just me, but which is why I'm not having a fucking kid, because who knows if they're gonna learn the same fucking way I do. You don't, and then you could just fuck them up. And it's not even that. It's not even like I could look. I'm not using that as an excuse. I could see myself maybe at some point in my life, like figuring it out and being like, huh, maybe I am ready. Does seem a little narcissistic currently, but I do have a little bit of faith in myself. But whatever. Where was I? I don't even fucking. Oh, yeah, just like maybe equating like what chores are to work, and it's like, oh man. But these like, and then they'll have interests and things to do, right? They'll like, for me it's biking, snowboarding, surfing, extreme sports. For other kids, it's baseball, soccer, football, hockey. So when they're enjoying the thing that they like, their hobby, when they have their kids, so they have free time to be entertained, right? And this entertainment is like, biking is entertainment, baseball is entertainment. So when they are being entertained and when they are happiest, maybe when they are potentially happiest, like, or like when they're getting good vibes and good feelings, be like, do you know that you could like, you might, you could, maybe you wouldn't have to do chores if that was your, if that were your, you could, that's something you could do. Car. Game on. Like, you could play, people get paid to do that. And then if you get paid to do that, maybe you could even then pay someone to do your chores, and you wouldn't have to do your chores. Now, there is a downside to that. Like, you do have to kind of put your body on the line. Like, I'm talking about this from like what I wish a parent would with biking. So I'm going to be like, there's going to be crashes and hard falls, and the work is going to come from putting in many, many hours on technique so that you minimize your falls, or just going headfirst into it and figuring it out each time you do fall, critiquing it in some way, shape, or form. But either way, there's going to be hard work. So I don't know, just fucking saying for baseball, it's just like, and I'm thinking about baseball because of this video, and I reported the video in the sense of like, I just don't like it. You know, on Instagram, you could say like, I don't, because I was just like, I was taken aback by how many. I was not surprised, because I was surprised that it ended up on a mainstream media outlet's feed. But then once I was like, oh, they're okaying this, the comments, I was like, everyone else is going to be like, that's a good father. He's doing that. That's how you raise a kid. That's how you raise a man right there. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's fucking, like, I'm not a parent. I am not a parent. Don't have a kid. Never want to have a kid. Not going to have a kid. And I know that that's not good parenting. Maybe it is. Maybe it is good parenting. Maybe they're fine. He gives up. It just felt so. When someone is crying because of what you are making them do, like, yes, I guess you could go back to the point of he got that question wrong, so really that's why the dad had to yell at him, and that's why he's crying. So the kid is crying because of something that he didn't remember. But it's a fucking child, dude. It's 7. He's 7 years old. He's 7 fucking years old. Like, what are you doing? Like, keep it a game, keep it fun. That's not how you. I don't think that's how you should. Like, why is the first thing to punish? He's not paying attention. Why aren't you paying attention, man? What's going on? You done for today? Like, you're not into this? Okay, like, let's go home. Then it's like, well, you can't just cave on everything. It's like, okay, well, the kid doesn't want to be here, so why are you forcing them to be there? Like, what are you trying to get out of this? It's a teaching lessons for his son. To do, it's hard. It takes hard work. It's not going to be easy. You have to cry. You have to be so upset that you cry. It's like, I don't think crying's okay. It's okay to cry. I don't know, dude. Maybe that's an issue. I just don't handle crying well. I think crying should be, if someone is crying, I think it is indicative of, this is not like being too soft, because I'm about to call someone a snowflake, but I think if you're crying, there is something not wrong. How the fuck do I want to say this? Yeah, I guess there is something wrong. There's something wrong. Like, that is when you break down to a point of crying, when you cannot physically hold your emotions in, sometimes I'll laugh so hard that I cry. Like, the tears come to my eyes. I cannot physically hold in the emotion that I am feeling. When you cannot physically hold in the emotion that you're feeling, and it's not happy tears, there's something wrong. That's not something you should be sending a kid to run around the field. What the fuck? What are you doing? This person, this individual, kid, child, whatever the fuck, is so broken in this moment that they cannot contain their emotions and need time to gather themselves. Quick lap around the field, 2 laps, Better not be crying when you get back here, or I'll fucking whoop your ass. Dude! Like, you don't have to say, I'll kick your ass to kick someone's ass. He's crying because he has to run around the field. Running around the field is what is, like, that's the kicking your ass. When you're an adult, that's probably not going to be what makes you cry. It's someone punching you in the face, maybe. Right? Like, you're a little bit more grown up. But this is a 7-year-old fucking child. Honestly, if they were 12 years old, like, there's still something wrong that a 12-year-old is crying like that they cannot contain their emotion. And maybe not. Maybe, like, when someone cries, that's the point. Whenever someone cries, it is indicative of, I think, like, a child is going to cry more than an adult. But it is not, the adult is more well-adjusted, so they're going to cry, they should be crying less. When someone cries, and it just feels like this whole, I don't even know, man. This whole, like, I got this, like, weird Stockholm syndrome feeling of, like, when this kid is bawling his eyes out and his dad's like, I beat you because I love you. He doesn't say that. But that's what it fucking feels like. You're making someone cry. What you are making someone do, this is a child, what the fuck else are they going to do? You're their father, and you're telling them to do this. They're going to say no? Yes, they could, but then it's like, where do we go from here? Child isn't, most children, myself, this is obviously a projection, because guess what? Their family's, I don't know, maybe their family's going to be fine. It doesn't fucking seem like it, though. Dude, it irks me so much. It irks me so much. I'm not in their daily lives. I don't see what it's like. This is, one moment does not define a family, right? But, you see these moments. They were willing to put it on social media without context. And I guess SportsCenter was willing to share it without context of what I would hope would be many other views showing how they deal with things that are not like this. It is not like this every time. Well, every time my son forgets something because he's doing something as a 7-year-old that he doesn't like to do, he just starts bawling his eyes out. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with him. But don't worry. We'll make him a big man where he pushes his emotions down, crushes them right on down, and doesn't let them out. Doesn't really internally reflect on anything and builds an entire life around something that he doesn't love, only to figure it out maybe 29 years later. And then he hates his parents so much that he won't speak to them. And all of a sudden you're like, what did I do wrong? That was definitely not a projection. Whatever, dude. Fuck that post. Positive vibes only. Dude, I wrote down so many notes on this. On this video. It's bugged me so much. I just think back to my dad. Well, he's like fucking hammered on margaritas. Just that when you're ready for. I don't even know how it came up. I don't even know if it was. I think my partner and I were talking about it, kind of to ourselves, or maybe the rest of the car. He was like half asleep, just fucking hammered. She goes, "Oh, you never know. You're never really ready. You never know when you're ready to have kids." I don't know. I feel like maybe you should before you bring life into this world that you're just gonna fuck up. That's not a big deal. I'll be happy. This is what's gonna make me happy. Fucking moron. I guess my parents were perfect for each other in that sense. In the sense of, like, Kids will make me happy. and just having no other thought. This is what I'm supposed to do. Whatever. That's a fucking that bit. I think that bit has made an entrance every single therapy session. Can you guess that it's a common theme in my mind? All right, I'm fucking losing it, dude. I'm moving on. I'm gonna try to record something. Maybe I'll talk about the fucking rabbit holes I've been going down. On that one, that'll be a fucking nice long one. All right, bye.